Welcome to Grandad's Shed. Today we're looking at some window blinds. So we're in the lounge. It's the current blind I have, and I'm going to be replacing that with some perfect fit roller blinds. So supplied by Blinds Direct, and what I've got in here, 3 blinds, one for each of the sections of the window, 2 small ones, 1 large one. So we shall be opening this box to find out what's in it. I'm not sure how much was already opened during transit. Let's find out. Let's hope that's all the pieces. And the brackets that hold the pieces in. We've got 2 of the drops there, number 1, number 2, number 3, and these will be the side pieces. Good. Right, let's have a quick look at how these blinds work. They're made to measure, so I had to measure the insides of my window frame. I'll show that in a minute. That's how that's done. But these are snap-on blinds which clip into UPVC double glazed units, and the side panels retain this piece, so you can pull it down and let it go. It's nice thing about these blinds is that because they're attached to the actual window frame, you can open the window with the blind still closed and it doesn't flap around in the wind. So there's a coil spring under one of these caps. There's a tensioner, so they're torsion spring inside the tube, and they tension it up depending on the length of the blind that you've got. And quite nice units. There is one drawback, which is the reason I'm making this video, to show what people need to be aware of when they do install them. I have them elsewhere in the house. So I'm now going to follow the manufacturer's instructions and build up one of these units. I'm going to start with the small one first. Laid out all the pieces for this first window, and they just simply clip together and are retained by a little screw. So I shall start at the top. That's it, one window blind. Time to take out the old one, so we've got a bit more space. Now we can see how the new one fits. Score! Really should have done the dusting. Give you a quick show of how to measure these blinds for fitting. It's on their website, but it's quite easy. You have to measure the width of the window that you want the blind to fit in. So you take your tape measure and you're measuring in on that dimension there. So that gives you 42 almost. And then you measure the drop of the blind as well, using exactly the same technique. And then the little bit tricky thing to measure is the rebate depth. So you can take a straight edge place that across the corner of the window and measure the depth that the glass is away from the frame, and that determines how deep the moulding profile is and the size of the hanging brackets. So I think mine here were 22. So they're that easy to measure, and if you get it right, the window will just snugly hold the frame as you saw mine do here. Now what they don't tell you on the website is how the handle actually fits together. So I'll see if I can get a shot of the issue. Right, we're set up here looking at the handle of the window, and this is one of the bars that would fit in. So it fits in against the window frame like that. Now my window locks have a stop on them, and that stop, as you see there, will catch on the frame of the roller blind. So what I have to do is I'll have to take off this handle and just modify by taking a small section out of this stop so that it doesn't catch. So yeah, what their website doesn't give you any information on is the depth of the frame. So we can show that for people here, that it's between 10 and 12 millimeter standoff that you need to have clearance around the edge of your window from any obstructions. The other interesting dimension for measuring standoff is how far along out of the frame does the window protrude. The whole fixture is 25 millimeters deep from the edge of the visible glass in your window to where their rebate sits onto the frame of the window. So if you have any close fitting handles which are closer than 25 millimeters from the edge of the glass, then this fitting will give you trouble. Now my windows here are about 27 millimeters, so it's possible that when this is snapped in I have a couple of millimeters clearance. So that's something you might want to check before you commit to an order. And just to give the measurement for the depth of my latch, I have 8 millimeters, so that's why I have to go and file 2 to 3 millimeters off this edge. Onwards with fitting the frame in the window. So from the pack of window retainers, I've picked out 4 of those. These work by sliding between the rubber down the side of the window here, so you just have to slide them in, and they latch onto slots. Got my soap sponge, just wetting the leading edge to help just slide and push that in. That's a bit high. Just work it down the window to where it needs to be. And I'll do the same at the top. Right, I've got the window retainers in there, so I'm just going to snap it in and hope it fits. There we are. And that's called the dim out in white, slightly opaque. They do blackout blinds as well. I have those in other rooms of the house. And the process is the same for all of the other ones. I've got 2 of the blinds installed, which is fine. and the third blind seems to have been a mix-up with the order number, and I've got somebody else's order. So 0482 is not my number, as all my other frames are numbered 883.